Alright, this is a problem where we have an object that's on an incline and they asked me to find the normal force. So when I have things on an incline, I can't just use horizontal and vertical. So I'm going to put the forces on here. I am going to have the weight, and weight pulls directly downward. And then I have this normal force, and the normal force is the same as the support force. It's just another word for it. And it is always perpendicular to the surface. So in this case, my normal force is here. So I'm going to have to resolve this into its different components. So part of this weight is down onto the plane and part of it is over. So I'm going to call this part the F perpendicular, because that's the force of gravity that's acting perpendicular to my ramp. I didn't draw this very perpendicular. And then I'm going to have part of this that is parallel to the ramp. So this part is parallel to this. And this is a 25-degree angle, which means this one is also a 25-degree angle. So sine would be opposite. So sine of 25 would be equal to the parallel divided by the hypotenuse, which is my weight. So that means the parallel force is Fg sine of 25. And that means that my perpendicular force is Fg cosine of 25. And you're going to have equations on your equation sheet that says F parallel equals mg, meaning the force of gravity, times sine of theta, and the F perpendicular is mg cosine of 25. If you remember right, Fg is mg. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my weight, which is going to be 65 times 9.81. And I'm not going to round it because I'm not done. Now in this picture, this thing is not accelerating in this direction. It's only going to be accelerating, if any, down this slope, so it's not accelerating here, which means that F net is the normal force minus the perpendicular force. And since this is not accelerating, or in fact not even moving, my net force is 0, which means that my normal force is equal to the perpendicular force. And they wanted me to find the normal force, so all I have to do is find the perpendicular force, which is Fg, which is 637.65, times cosine of my angle, in this case 25. And I'm going to get two significant figures, it looks like, so we'll call this 580 newtons is my normal force. So when you're dealing with normal forces, like I said, they're always perpendicular to the plane. So if you're dealing on an incline, you're going to have to resolve that gravity into the two different components. Otherwise, if you were just sitting on a table like this, then your force of gravity would be equal to your normal force as long as you're not accelerating. But when you're at an angle, you're going to have to resolve that force of gravity into its two components.